Hello and welcome to this game review. In this one we will talk a bit about opening principles, but most importantly about how to do blunder checks and how to avoid simple blunders in one move. So this started as e4, e5. This is the Chessodoro defense, which is playable, but it's a bit passive as black closes his bishop now, and also he does not develop a piece. And one of the main opening principles is to develop pieces as quickly as possible, so black should aim for something like knight c6, as it develops a piece while defending the pawn as well. So now d4 is a good move. White opens the center, now he has a little bit more space as his pawn is more developed. And now black plays queen e7, which is a big violation of opening principles. Black's first piece that is developed is the queen, which is generally a mistake because the queen is not a very good fighter on its own. It will get in the way of other pieces, as we can see, and also it may get attacked and it can be used as a target for the opponent's pieces. So knight c3, c6. Also, black is again not developing pieces and moving pawns. Instead, this is another violation of opening principles. Instead, black should try to develop as quickly as possible to not get in trouble with his king that is in the center. c6, bishop d3. So good development by white. Black continues pushing pawns, and this is a blunder because it uses another move which black could use to develop pieces. And now, after castling, white has 5 pieces developed against black's 1, which means white has a huge lead in development, and it's so big, in fact, that it's basically giving white a winning advantage because the position is about to open up and this king will be in trouble. So black continues moving around the queen, and now white plays the move a3, which is a huge blunder of a piece, and this should be avoided at all costs. This is the most important part of chess, not giving up pieces. So how do we do this? Well, first we can ask ourselves, after every move the opponent makes, what is the idea of the opponent? Well, he moves the queen. The idea might be to move out his pieces from the king side, but there's usually going to be a more straightforward idea. Perhaps he's threatening something. So we can ask, if it was the opponent's move again, what would he play? And he would clearly take the free knight on d4, which is undefended. So this means a3 is an unspeakable move because this just allows black to execute his threat. So knowing this, we can just move the knight anywhere, and nothing has really changed. The opponent's move, this queen is moved around, the rook will go to e1, and we will start to attack this king who is in the center. Instead, a3. And interestingly, white's lead in development is so huge and so significant that even after losing a piece for nothing, white still has a big advantage because of this king that is left in the center. This just speaks to the fact that the opening principles are extremely important and the opening should be used to develop as quickly as possible. So bishop e3, ed, black takes back. Instead, he should of course develop the pieces as quickly as possible before the king gets in trouble. But now rook e1, knight d5 is also possible, forcing a fork and a queen. Black can kind of survive for a few moves, but still he is in huge trouble. Rook e1 is good, bishop e6, knight d5. So this is a nice tactic, opening up this king. The point is, after this, white has a couple of moves, mainly bishop g5, attacking the king and the queen. So here knight f4 is played, and here black can kind of fight on with queen d7, maybe knight c6, knight f6, try to survive. White is still winning, for example, like this, and bishop g5, not allowing black to develop. And now, after knight c6, white can involve the last pieces into the game. And even though black has more pieces, all of his pieces are not playing, so this gives white a winning advantage. But after g5, black just loses everything, as now white is also getting a few pawns. This king is the only developed piece for black. Rook ad1 is a very nice move, involving the last piece into the game, and the position is beautiful for white as he has all of his pieces in the game, while black has more pieces but they're all sidelined, so black cannot survive this, and the rest of the game was quite simple. White just took some stuff. We can already take some pieces, but queen f7 is fine. All the checks are winning here, and the game ends in checkmate with all of black's pieces still in the corner. So a good displayed by white, but of course we should avoid moves like a3, blundering pieces in one move. And to avoid this, before making any move at all, any move in chess, in any game that we ever play, we have to think about the opponent's candidate moves, think about what the opponent can do regarding checks, captures, and attacks. So this is a capture which should have been considered. So next time try to do this blunder check and hopefully it helps.